Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to Internet's Unknown Mysteries. Internet mysteries that you have most likely never heard of. And happy holidays to all of you in the world. I hope that we can have a very nice and oh, what am I talking about peaceful? This is 2020 we're living in. But seriously though, folks, I hope you all are having a wonderful time together. So what are we doing today? Well, last time I said we were gonna get away for a bit. We're gonna take a little vacation now. Let's go down to the town of Walker Creek. Here, I have a promotional video to show you too. Let's watch it, shall we? So, what do you think of it? It's a lovely little place, excellent nightlife. You know, go see the movies, attend the Harvest Festival, become a host, whatever that is. So, let's discuss the elephant in the room. Something ain't right with this town, obviously, I mean. So, anyways, let's just get relevant background information. The main character, well, what we're currently watching is a series of tapes being uploaded by the main character. Don't remember his name, of course. I will probably include it sometime later. But anyways, the main character whose dad just died and left these for him, said that there was something going on in Walker Creek. And from what we've just seen, I'm willing to reckon that he was right. Something clearly isn't right in Walker's Creek. So, his dad died. I don't exactly remember how. I'll probably include that later, or just in the notes, wherever. So, let's find. So then, let's get to that scene. The emergency broadcast telling people to unlock their doors. And we see a person going in to face what appears to be a copy of themselves. Almost as if the emergency broadcast wanted to let these creatures in. Whether these are hosts or something else entirely, I am not sure. So, from this, what can we discern? Well, something clearly isn't right with this place. There's a thing called there are creatures called the hosts that we are pretty sure have the ability to impersonate people. Alright. We also know that the town has a very excellent nightlife and something called the Harvest Festival. So then, let's keep watching. So, that's a lot of new information now, isn't it? Good thing I have this handy dandy notepad to take notes on. Let's see. Alright. First off. Alright. Okay. First thing I would like to point out is that, well, as you probably have already guessed, the government and the police are already in on the host conspiracy. Telling people to, one, you have no need for guns. Missing people, nothing to worry about. Necessary for our survival. Probably talking about the hosts because they most likely infiltrated the Walker Creek government. Alright. We watch your movements. In order to strike, we must first observe our prey. Also, most likely talking about the hosts. But the only thing I find odd about that particular statement is that it immediately cuts away to something else. When talking about the security cameras, of course, as you remember. But not the, it is necessary, our salvation part. It doesn't cut away from that, and I don't know why that is. Anyhow, that's just one of the things I have questions about. Well, yeah. So, another thing, in other news, the broadcast hijackings are under investigation, and they're telling people to regard everything in them as false, because this is still a completely ordinary town and nothing here is going on at all. So, what does this mean for Walker Creek? Well, the government is out to get them. I know, duh. It's Walker Creek. It's the government. Of course it's out to get you. Don't send FBI agents to get me. Alright, never mind then. Just forget I said that. So, we obviously have some form of infiltration within the government in Walker Creek by these host creatures that I'm pretty sure have the ability to shapeshift because of the last video where the man meets his doppelganger, which I am assuming is a host. So, if hosts can take on the position of anyone, then that means that they can take on the appearance of people in the government, which they can then control and then turn Walker Creek into a kind of human farm, which I will also like to recommend. They're having a Lockdown Walker Creek initiative, so that might be of some use for a human farm, now wouldn't it? God, that sounds weird out of context. So, then afterwards we have the broadcast interruption, the second one. Immediately after they're saying, don't trust the broadcast hijackings, they are looking into it. Funny how that worked out. So, first of all, you are not safe, they lie. I mean, obviously, if the government has been taken over by shape-shifting aliens, they would lie to you, right? I mean, it just makes sense. Right, they are taking over. You are letting them. Also makes sense, since there is a... in the next video, it is revealed that there is an election happening in Walker Creek, which I assume the candidate is a host. Alright, up next, they are not missing, the police took them, in reference to the missing people, obviously. That would make sense if the police were hosts and they were kidnapping people. And then trying to make it look like they have everything under control, when in case they do. Because they're the ones that are doing it. Sneaky, sneaky. So, with that out of the way, found the footage next to his body. This one I find interesting. because if you put two and two together, that's reference to the last hijacking with the footage of the dude meeting himself, which also leads to a confirmation that the host most likely killed the man, which means that hosts are definitely trying to take the place of the others, or trying to take the place of people, as this next line also states. Not people, they are among us. So, I'd say that gives pretty good credence to the shapeshifter invasion of the body snatchers type theory. So, now on to what I personally think of the series. It's good. It reminds me a lot of it reminds me a lot of Local 58, which is one of my personal favorite, whatchamacallit. It's just one of my personal favorite ARGs. And seriously, and this one has an even more ARG elements, with many different social media accounts, like a Twitter account and Instagram, which I don't have the links for, but I can send you a link to their website, which has also some pretty interesting information if you want to dig further into that. So, now with that out of the way, let's get to the more specifics of what I like. The atmosphere is just amazing. It really does feel like a hijacked radio broadcast. Why do I keep saying radio? Why do I do that? A hijacked TV broadcast from the 80s, which it is. So, the atmosphere is good. What else? The mystery is also really compelling. I mean, also kind of obvious. Why would I be covering it if it wasn't? Right now, I have a few theories of where the series is heading. There have been two episodes out, which I probably don't have the time to cover. But if you guys want to, I will make a part 2 of this, but might not be for a little bit. So, and another thing I really like about this, the scares, it is definitely a low budget show. Or a low budget art. I wouldn't really call it low budget, but no, that's exactly what I call it. It does the best with what it has. And I don't know if it's many people behind it or just one person, but either ways, to whoever made this, props to you. You've done something great. But yeah, if you're looking for a nice web series to fill that Local 58 void, Walker Creek's the one for you. So, with that out of the way, comment down below if you want a part 2. Please like and subscribe. And this is Internet's Unknown Mysteries. Have a happy holidays. And we'll see you sometime next week. Hopefully.